Hi guys, just a quick, well, not a quick video, but just a video of the room. You could say it's virtually finished now. Might have a little bit of room for a few pics, but probably, the majority is finished now. You've seen everything virtually on the walls now. Just going to go through some of the films in sort of how I've done them. I added these couple of few pics but in the units, depending on what the unit is. As you can see, there's a horror unit, so put some pictures at the back, just some 6x4 prints I had done. This is like the 39 here, 39 from the original BAM ones from back in the day, like original 39 with like the cannibal stuff and that, and House by a Cemetery, stuff like that, Spit on Your Grave. These are all part of the 39, got them in alphabetical order, the Nightmares, up to Zombie Flesh Eaters. So, that's the 39 there. Still a few on DVD, which is not out yet on Blu-ray, or not that I've seen. There is a Blu-ray actually of the Axe one, but it's a double one. I don't think we're ever going to see Fight for Your Life on Blu-ray. Pretty sure they've been lost, that print or something, and I don't know about that Werewolf and the Yeti thing. That's just like a copy off of a VHS, I think, like a bootleg one, which I had done years ago. But I mean, the quality's pretty good actually, but no, but I always did like the that type of movie. Was always was into all that, and still am. Staying on to horror here. Obviously, I've got them in alphabetical order, starting from like numbered stuff up to like, and then A onwards. So I'm just running along there, and it's like, like I said, all in alphabetical order, like the Arrow Battle Royale, Beyond in that great movie. Like the Blade stuff in that, Blood for Dracula. I guess a bit better, a bit closer there. Some of the Child's Play ones, Carrie, some more of the cannibal stuff. This is just like there's some DVDs now, because most of those was Blu-ray at the top. Just the best three there, like Holocaust, Ferox, and Apocalypse. Best three by a mile on those. Got Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker, Burning. What can we say about that? I love The Burning, one of my favourite gore movies ever. Stuff like The Brood, Burial Ground, anything like that. I love all those type of movies. Blood Rage. Moving down into C's now. The old Dawn of the Dead one, which was very sought after, which is apparently is not anymore, because it's been come out now on the other label what brought out the Second Sight one, so most people got rid of that one. I just kept it. Trying to get most on blue. I have been upgrading a lot onto blue, depending on what the movie is. Never a good one there. Dead and Buried, Death Weekend, a bit bright, the demons and that, down to E, obviously Evil Dead, Exorcist, Exterminators in there, Exterminator 2, Eaten Alive, the Arrow one with the crocodile, got the Umberto Lenzi Eaten Alive, Hammer stuff, which I love as well. But yeah, like I said, trying to upgrade a lot. Don't answer the phone. I mean, I'm not going to upgrade them all. I mean, would I waste my time upgrading Don't Go in the Park? Jesus, probably not. Utter rubbish. But You gotta have it because it's part of that era, you know. If you're like me, some of the ones from that era were total garbage, but you still want them in the collection. Found that's the US one. The UK one's a bit cut. Still more Hammer stuff. Frankenstein, Monster from Hell, some Friday the 13th stuff. Oh. Up to H, obviously. The Halloween stuff, virtually got all them on blue now, just a couple to go on those. But yeah, I like the Halloween. Like I said, I put some pictures at the back of there as well. House ones, House 1, 2, 3. I didn't bother with the fourth one, rubbish. The two Arrow Hills of Eyes Blu-rays, like quite a big chunky box with like a poster and all that in there as well. Hell Night, quite a good one. The 101 one with the book and all that in. Up to H. You know, I always liked Humanoids from the Deep. It used to be called Monster as well. Quite a few I Spit on Your Graves. A few Blu-ray and all that. Some of the remakes as well, which are all good. I don't mind any of them. I know that one's cut, which I got it uncut anyway, but I bought that because it had the poster and that in there and like a booklet, which is pretty good. So I got that mega cheap. But anything on this era I like, the Ilsa movies. Yeah, some more Friday the 13th. Jaws, love Jaws, one of my favourite movies. So a few more there, good stuff. It's the Massacre at Central High on that Snaps label. That's a US one. Can't seem to get that here. It's just some Cremio DVD. Quality's terrible. A few different Last House on the Left, which I like. Different ones. The new one. I mean the remake and the old one as well. Moving down to M. Plenty of nice good stuff. Murder Set Pieces, which is never going to come out over here. No chance of that ever happening. Picked up the Night of the Living Dead remake with the extra footage put back in, the anniversary one, tin one. Christ, that was a nightmare getting that when it first came out. But I picked it up in the end, and picked it up probably a lot cheaper than what it was when it first came out. So worked out well in the end. Still back from the old era, like Pranks and that. Extended one where they found the footage and put some extra stuff back in. Pieces, great one. Still kept the US one as well because I had the US DVD and I bought the Blu-ray. That's a good set, that one. Got a poster in that in there, twin disc one. So I'll keep, if it's anything like that, I'll keep them. The old DVD. Not, I mean, most of them I don't. I tend to get rid of the DVDs, but if there's anything with good additions, I will keep them. Like the Sleepaway Camp, the movies, good movies. That's the US ones. I bought all three of them when I was in the US, actually, going back a while when they first came out. So it worked out a lot better getting them over there because I got them a lot cheaper than importing them. Up over to the S's. You know, some good stuff. Straw Dogs. I love Straw Dogs. Some more Hammer stuff. A lot of Texas Chainsaw stuff there. Got all the Texas stuff, like the tin one and all that, and Texas 2, and so on up to there. A few more Texas as well, spread out, but all good stuff. But like I said, trying to get most onto blue. Have been upgrading quite a lot when I see them at the right price. Zombie Flesh Eaters, that's obviously the US one, Zombie. Bought the 4K, quality's really good on that. And then the Arrow, I released it then, but I didn't bother. I mean, that was good enough. Can't see it being that much different. Yeah, Zombie Holocaust, great movie. Got another version of that as well, the Dr. Butcher MD one. Changes there, that's the last of the horror there on that section. Changes to different films then, but all in better order, like shoot 'em up type movies and stuff. Down at the bottom, so that was me, like, that's like most of me horror section. Obviously box sets up there. Obviously there's the Dawn of the Dead one. It's this the Second Sight one. I think it's Second Sight in it, so I think it is. But I think it is. I can't bloody remember, to be honest. But put them up there. A couple of steelbooks there. I do like the Porky's steelbook. Great. And seems to go for silly money now. The Jaws 50th anniversary 4K. And I'd always liked the Baywatch unrated one. I bought that when I was in the States. Nice tin. Just a normal Jaws Blu-ray there. Can't remember if it's the 40th or 45th anniversary. Some box sets. A few box sets over here. Just tried to keep the blue stuff up there. These are all like, this is more like a comedy section, as you can see. Like American Pie stuff and that. Like Bad Neighbours and stuff like that. Quite a few Jennifer Aniston stuff here as well. The Friday movies. I like Jennifer Aniston anyway, but I do like her in the comedy stuff. But like I said, trying to upgrade as much as I can. Tend to upgrade certain other titles first, and then when I upgrade most, I'll come over to these type of ones. But anything I buy now is always blue, or I would never buy DVDs. That's up to the end of the comedy stuff there. I got an Elvis section because I've always liked Elvis and since I was a kid. So yeah, then it just a few other sorts of bits and pieces down the bottom. Some breakdance movies at the end, like Breakdance 1 and 2, Beat Street and that, and Body Rock. Into all that back in the day. Up there, I just recently changed that Exterminator. I had the Exterminator poster up there. This is a Japanese book which came out, like a magazine which comes out when the film's released. I got this from Japan. I can't believe the condition of it, considering it's 1980. It's like brand new magazine, and the actual picture on the front of the magazine was better, so I put the magazine in there. I'm starting to buy these film mags now from Japan. And another one come which I will show you in a minute. I changed that as well. Got like a martial arts section here. Obviously there's no Bruce Lee here at all in this room. He's in my other room. So just put Beat of the War Gods there, Chinese boxer there, Cobra Kai and that, one-arm boxer. Put some of them Blu-rays on show. Down to like Kill Bill stuff, Japanese one there for Kill Bill, obviously, you want the uncut one. Down to the bottom. Moving on while I'm down here. Different sort of section. Bit of miscellaneous here from A to Z. Things like Towering Inferno, got Top Gun in that, That'll Be the Day, Stud and all that, anything like that. Roadhouse, Klansman. And this section changes, obviously that's the first bit there, goes into like a sci-fi science fiction section, like Marvel superhero type stuff, you know, the sort of stuff. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, like an excellent movie. Put some 6x4s up there as well, just to finish it off with, so you haven't got the gap. You see all the Batman stuff, Big Trouble in Little China, like Jurassic Park sort of stuff. Some of the Mad Max ones. But yeah. And I move up, obviously there's a bit of James Bond stuff there, the anniversary box set. Obviously I showed you the plates. Another section here, depending on who it is. I got like a section here of like, it's like a John Travolta section here, like Saturday Night Fever and that, which is one of my favorites. And you got like a Van Damme section here, quite a lot of his, you know, stuff like Double Impact and all that, anything like that, Bloodsport and that, love all those ones. Move down, you've got like a Mission Impossible, and you've got like a Bruce Willis section. Some of his are somewhere else, a box set in that. And then you've got a Chuck Norris section. Anything like that I like. And you got a Sylvester Stallone section. Obviously I got Rocky somewhere else, but you know, anything like this I like a lot. Rambo's box set, well, first four, which I picked up in the States. I got Steven Seagal section, Jason Statham section, you know the ones, all good stuff. Arnold Schwarzenegger section, obviously Terminator stuff and that, and Last Stand, Sabotage, all the good stuff, which is good. Moving down, bit of a more of a gang section here. I got obviously things like Boys Next Door, Boys in the Hood, Class of 1984. I've got quite a few Class of 1984 and the Blu-ray one as well. Some of the football ones, Quadrophenia, Whomper Stomper. Then moving down to a different sort of section, like a bit of like a gangster type section, like Godfather and that, Essex Boys and that, Casino, Carlito's Way, bit more gang stuff. Obviously Warriors, one of my favourites, a couple of them. Wanderers, which I love as well. Got the German Blu-ray, just the normal English one, and I got another media booklet one I had come with the soundtrack and all that in. This is England. Love anything like that. Straight Out of Compton. Scum. All good, good stuff as far as I'm concerned. All the Rise of the Foot Soldier Blu-ray movies. And then just a couple of Bond ones there on their own, which I didn't have it, which is obviously I had a few which went nothing to do with the box set. Moving along there, we've obviously got like some Mel Gibson ones, Burt Reynolds, which I really like, Longest Yard, or Mean Machine, all the Death Wish ones, Death Wish 1 up to Death Wish 5, some Steve McQueen on the end, into the war movie section. I love war movies, I love westerns. Wild Geese. Great version of Pearl Harbor Director's Cut US, can't get that over here. Added gore and that when with the battle scene, well worth having just for that. So as I said, it's the war movie section. Fast and Furious, and then moves into my Western section. I love Westerns. Love anything like that. John Wayne, Rio Lobo, The Revengers, William Holden, the Magnificent Seven movies, Professionals, anything like that. I love them all. Breakheart Pass, Charles Bronson, great movies. Butch Cassidy. A few Sean Connery movies up there. Into Clint Eastwood section. Great movie there. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, Kelly Zeros and that. A few box sets of his movies there. As I said, they virtually get everything on Blu-ray now. As you can see, a lot of them have changed now, so I have got just some pictures at the top. I changed that Wanderers one. That's another one of those Japanese books I got there, magazines. Fit straight in an A4 frame. I tell you what, the quality, I can't believe how good those mags are, considering they got released when the film came out. They're perfect. So I've ordered some more. Put this unit in. Put some shelves on the edge. Added a couple of shelves to put some box sets on, just to take up less room. I put a lot of box sets in here now. Took all them off my shelves and just added these little shelves on here. Perfect. Just like I said, it just gets rid of them off your shelves. But there you go. Some of the pop stuff. Just the horror ones, and started over here now. Got some Warriors ones. A few more Warriors ones to get. Another 2 I'm going to get. I get a Baseball Furies one and the Luthor one to go with these 3 which I've got. But like I said, that's it. Happy with the room. So I said, not really much more I can really do. A few gaps maybe, I can put some pictures in, but that's probably it now. I'll just keep upgrading movies and changing it around, movie-wise. But that's about all I can really do. Frightened the bloody video is going to run out in a minute. I don't know how much video this will do before it shuts off. But there you go. So feel free to comment on the room if you want to. Thanks for watching, and I'll probably do another video again sometime when anything's worth changing. So thanks for watching, and cheers.